guys. Welcome to another Discover Alissa. For those that were on before, what a privilege to hear from our founder, Tyler, and the amazing things he was saying. We just want to welcome you all and thank you for spending your time with us to learn about what this amazing health technology is. My name's Alissa. I'm from Australia. I'm a health practitioner. You can see I'm in a cafe. I'm currently in Sydney at the moment, so I hope it's not too noisy for you all. But what we've got to share with you today is nothing other than amazing. For me as a health practitioner, I ignored it for about 4 years. And it wasn't because of Dan Doyle did not give up on me, and he finally let me see, and I did my own research on the science, which is exactly what I was talking about today, and it hit home to me that redox signaling molecules is the missing link in our health industry. And so I'm so grateful to be here and to be able to integrate this into my life and into my patient's life and my family's life and see the difference that it's making and filling the gaps in what treatments we can provide for our patients. So I feel blessed to be here. Thank you so much, Stevie. We have Stevie here who's going to share with us what this technology is and how it works. Stevie is an amazing leader, global entrepreneur, and he has an amazing ability to put redox signaling molecules in a way we understand it. His presentation is unbelievable. So I know that if you're new here to the redox signaling world, this is what you're going to learn as a great starting point to understanding how this works and the benefit that it is to our bodies and to our health. So Stevie, love working with you. Thank you for letting me share this time with you. It's a pleasure to be on this platform too, because this was a little meeting that we started in Adelaide that's now kind of branched out to Asia and USA and everywhere, hasn't it, Stevie? So we're lucky, feel privileged to be here, and Stevie, love working with you with everything we do. And thank you so much for your time and your dedication to making this presentation amazing so people can really understand what this health technology is and how it works for us.
Hey, thank you so very much. And thank you for your time. You know, a busy health professional. And I know that, I mean, we're not just talking about busy in one clinic, you have a number of them and opening up a number more. So, you know, you're looking after a lot of people, and then at the same time, you're looking after a lot of people in ASEA as well. And, you know, that's, I mean, you know, I didn't get to, unfortunately, catch all of Tyler's Zoom because I was on other phone calls, but I'm definitely going to watch the replay. But I absolutely did catch him saying that, you know, if you can make this as much as you can, not about yourself, and really focus on not making it about yourself, that's when you're going to be truly successful. I'm paraphrasing here. These weren't his exact words, but that's when you're going to be truly successful, because it's service to many that leads to greatness, not service to yourself. Service to many leads to greatness. And I know that's what you do, Alissa, and that's why I appreciate working with you. And that's why I'm very grateful that you're in a busy cafe trying to, you know, conduct your own business, but you still make time for ASEA. You put a sense of importance on it that I respect. So
Absolutely.
thank you very much.
It's important. It's our missing link. So here to help spread it with as many people as we can. So my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for being here. So I'm going to try and give you as much as I can to be of service to you. I am here for you, and I dare say that you are here for somebody else too. Whether you realize that now or not, I do believe that. And so, wow, look at all these people. Hello from Malaysia. Hello, Wichita, Kansas. Hello, Melbourne, Australia. Adelaide, Singapore. Wow, Manila, California, Ohio, Toronto.
Mississippi.
Wow. I hope we find out who your president is soon. I hope we find out.
That would be nice.
So good luck that you get the president that you want. But, you know, I do appreciate the saying that, you know, although right now things are looking like a race by two different parties, you know, I do appreciate that you are the United States of America. And so let's get united here and get into this information. So thank you for being here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump straight into what we're all here for, and that is to learn about this tremendous breakthrough. And it was almost 6 years ago now this information was first handed to me. And it's been high priority for me almost from that very first moment to bring it to everybody's attention. The level of importance of this information is incredibly high because the level of impact that it is having in people's lives is significantly deep, significantly deep. And so I feel compelled to bring this to everybody's attention. And I feel very honored that I'm able to bring it. Or Papua New Guinea, hello. I feel very honored that Pennsylvania, what a race going on in your area right now. Wow. I feel I'm very grateful that you've decided to come and spend your valuable time here. If you had paid money to be here and you didn't like what I had to deliver to you, I would happily, quickly, even without your request, give you your money back. But your time's not something I'm going to be able to refund to you. So I'm very, very grateful you've decided to spend that with Alissa and I. What I'll be sharing with you is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. Medical doctors say this is a very big breakthrough, as Tyler was just saying. It's greater than the discovery of DNA or penicillin. Again, as Tyler was saying, this is a very exciting and entirely new frontier in science that for 2 decades, by the way, science had declared was impossible. There's a breakthrough with enormous potential proven by renowned universities and world authority laboratory medical studies. And it's a very advanced breakthrough, 15 years ahead of its time. Any health goals or challenges you can think of, remarkable results. And drug companies wanted it shut down. I don't think they wanted you to know about it. And that's why you heard, Jim, Glenn and Anne thanking Tyler that they didn't go down that route and they didn't sell out. But you know what? I'm going to tell you more about that a little later. Before I tell you what this is, let's get absolutely clear about what this is not. This is not like anything else you have ever seen before. This is not a vitamin, mineral, antioxidant formula. It's not secret herbs, spices, exotic berries, fancy juices, super shakes, central oils, magic madness, alkaline waters, electrolyte waters, laser light, fruits, magical 5,000-year-old trees, CBD oils, lotions, potions, gadgets, or any of all that other stuff that's already out there. And I'm not making fun of it. It's all great stuff, but I just want to be clear here that what we're talking about is none of it. We're talking about instead, again, an entirely new frontier in science. It goes well beyond nutrition, well beyond any type of ingredients you already know about. This is truly a groundbreaking and category-creating healthcare breakthrough. Alissa Redox cell signaling technology contains active redox signaling molecules. What are those? Redox signaling molecules are made by your cells. So they are native to your body. That means they're in your body. Your body makes them. Redox signaling molecules are the cellular messengers. They're the cell phones for your cells. They affect cell signaling. They affect cell-to-cell communication. They affect it all the way down to your genetic expressions in a positive way. Redox signaling is a remarkable process because it is the actual process that allows your body to regenerate tissue and maintain health by allowing your cells to detect and protect healthy cells, detect and repair unhealthy cells, and detect and replace damaged cells. So basically, in other words, redox signaling empowers your body to heal itself. Redox signaling molecules also activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Redox signaling is what keeps cells functioning and healing at optimal levels. Why is this so important? Because we are all made of cells. So ultimately, redox signaling is keeping your body functioning and healing at optimal levels. We live and die at the cellular level. They're the keys to life, because redox signaling molecules are essential for the function of our normal physiology. All biochemical and physiological processes in our body critically depend on redox signaling in and among our trillions of cells. And I mean critically because if all of our cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, we wouldn't live longer than a few more seconds. Without our redox signaling molecules, life ends. Now, when we're born, we make an abundance of redox signaling molecules. That's generally why children have so much energy, can run around all day and not wake up sore the next. And it's how they can bounce back so quickly from an injury or illness. However, as we age, along with stress, diet, toxins, and all sorts of other environmental assaults, our cells break down. And our body's ability to make redox molecules declines daily. Without as many redox signaling molecules giving these clear cell signals, cell instructions, our whole cellular protection and healing process that we just discussed previously, all of that becomes slow, it becomes sluggish. As such, our cells, our bodies break down even more, and so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality. ASEA takes science seriously, and so doesn't do any scientific studies all themselves. Instead, ASEA is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities and world-leading laboratories, allowing these outside and independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of ASEA redox signaling supplementation, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the ASEA redox products, certifying them as safe and effective in everybody. Now, we are in a field of very serious science, as Tyler had tried to portray to you, and I'm going to try and fill that in a bit more if I can. Redox signaling is based in Nobel Prize winning research. Since the first Nobel Prize was awarded to these three professors back in 1998 for the first discovery of redox signaling molecules, there have now been multiple Nobel Prizes awarded for research in this field. If you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published, and you typed in redox signaling right there at the National Library of Medicine, you would see well over 33,000 results. It's a very difficult slide for me to keep up with, by the way. It's already out of date because there's more than 150 studies coming out almost every single month, and there are over 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling molecules. And so, according to medical researchers, redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. I'll give you some examples on top of what Tyler already gave you. He said, and it's true, there are now multiple universities who receive tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are now global medical conferences and world redox congresses being held about redox. And there are now medical doctors specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD and a title that includes Director of Redox Medicine. And, as Tyler said, ASEA is raising the flag about redox, and we're already light years ahead of anybody else. ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits. Now that translates to health at its most foundational level. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, and modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. But the list goes on. These genes that we just mentioned before, they're key in the health of every individual. They play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but also in these dozens of additional genetic pathways. Now, on top of that, ASEA redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. And further studies show that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. Now, the head professors of this university have come out saying that one of the most important effects of ASEA on disease risk factors is its ability to reduce oxidative stress. And that is significant because all degenerative health conditions are caused by oxidative stress. And from rigorous toxicology studies, ASEA is proven to be 100% safe with 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. They're already in you. Your body already makes them. It's just that now your body can't make as much of them as it did when it was younger and or healthier. So if you have challenges going on with your health, or if you have people that you care for who do, if you have the very good sense for protecting your health because you don't want to become old and unwell, if you have a goal of living healthier, younger, longer, if you want to be young and fit again, if you have goals of having higher levels of human performance, greater athleticism in your sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, any health goals you can think of, Redox users and medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results. You don't have to take my word for it. Let's hear from some medical doctors right now and what they have to say.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it, and people need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants, and the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
Okay, so now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, which can be a little bit tricky to see, let's talk about it from the outside in. And that's easier to see and made possible by ASEA's topical versions of Redox technology, Renew 28 Revitalizing Redox Gel, and Renew Advanced Intensive Redox Serum. These Redox technologies are supported and enhanced by their complementary, all natural ingredients products, Renew Advanced Gentle Refining Cleanser and Ultra Replenishing moisturizer. But a picture speaks 1,000 words. So let's let some of these pictures speak to you. What you're going to see here is more than anti-aging results. In many regards, you're going to see age reversing results. Lines and wrinkles being smoothed out, elasticity coming back to the skin, inflammations, irritations, aggravations, and other signs of poor health to the skin being rejuvenated, being replenished, being renewed. And even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions are coming back to the proper surface of the skin. Now, all of these pictures you see here are of the same person, despite the dramatic difference that you see, especially in the first two photos on the left-hand side. This is Rosie. Rosie actually didn't believe that the products were doing anything. She didn't think that ASEA was working because Rosie didn't take these photos. So she missed the moment by moment, day by day, week by week changes that brought her to these dramatic differences. It was Rosie's doctor that took these pictures. And it was Rosie's doctor that showed these pictures when Rosie went back to the doctor and said, this stuff doesn't work. So moral number one of this story is take pictures. That's how you see how this goes. And anything you can't take pictures of, keep a record of it, keep a scorecard, and the person introduced you will be able to help you do that. Please record your results. That's how you see how you go on this stuff. And the other moral of this story is that some people notice results very quickly. Rosie within 7 weeks, other people within 7 days. Many people that I see notice results inside of about 7 minutes, give or take. However, other people who have more going on potentially with their health need to apply more product, more time, more patience. What we know scientifically is that redox signaling molecules are redox signaling molecules. They're the same in you as they are in me, as they are in animals, as they are in plants, as they are in bottles of ASEA and Renew 28. And so through scientific testing, we know that redox works in every single person, every single time. It would be scientifically impossible for it to not work in you. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. Now, talk about noticing the change. This is Dr. Marty Moran. He decided to do a scientific experiment on his very own face and use Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. Can you spot the difference? Can you see what side he did use the Renew 28 on? Maybe put it into the chat box and let us know whether it's our left or our right. Our left, our right will do. I'll give you some clues. Have a look at the lines running down either side of the corners of the mouth. Have a look at the lines running down either side of the nose. Have a look at, is there more prevalence perhaps in definition of lines on one cheek as opposed to the other? What do you think, left or right? Here's maybe the biggest clue of all. Have a look at those glasses, how they seem to be slanting to one side of the face, maybe suggesting more droopiness on one side as opposed to the other. So if you said that he applied it to the left-hand side, you are correct. You are correct. And thank you, Dr. Marty Moran, for being brave enough to do this experiment, because you literally walked around like a weirdo for 28 days, looking like a half-faced man just to prove to us how effective Renew 28 is. Thank you. Thank you. Not just for your face, arms, hands, bellies, and even backsides here. These are pictures from a study performed by a very renowned and world-leading laboratory. This scientific organization did this study because there were reports coming in from all over the world that people were seeing their cellulite disappear, and they were attributing it to the time that they had been using Renew 28. And so scientists from a very big scientific organization set upon double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trials to see if there was any truth to these stories. And what they found was that after 12 weeks, there was in fact a 16% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. And so these scientists did ultrasounds to try and discover why this was happening. And they saw the fat, the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite, was actually being dissolved post the use of Renew 28. And so Renew 28 helps reduce the appearance of wrinkles, cellulite, enhancing skin texture and smoothing the skin, supporting skin cell renewal for not just visibly younger looking skin, but actual healthier skin. And Renew 28 helps soothe skin discomfort after things such as shaving and or sun exposure. Now, out of all the pictures that you've seen, if Renew 28, if redox signaling molecules applying it to the skin can do all that on the outside of your body, could you imagine what drinking these redox signaling molecules is doing on the inside of your body? Think about that for a minute. But you know what? Renew 28 is not just for the skin. It helps soothe discomfort around the body. Now, you can know if ASEA works in about 10 minutes. If you have some discomfort, neck, shoulder, elbow, hands, fingers, hip, back, knees, wherever around your body. Rate that discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being maximum discomfort. Apply Renew 28 on the point of discomfort 3 times within 5 minutes. And usually 9 to 10 out of 10 people will notice a soothing or reduction of of discomfort within approximately 5 to 10 minutes. Now, nothing that I've said here today has been intended to diagnose anything that's going on with you. And ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Now, with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. So there's a very big opportunity behind all of this to make a living while bettering people's lives. And ASEA is the world's first and only redox signaling supplement for 2 simple reasons. One, for nearly 3 decades now, no one other than one man, Dr. Gary L. Samuelson, medical atomic physicist, has been able to figure out how to create and stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body. For the 2 decades before Dr. Samuelson's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was impossible. And 2, ASEA is heavily patented. But not only is ASEA not allowed to be copied, it can't be. There's no way to look into a bottle and reverse engineer ASEA because there are trade secrets in making ASEA. It can't be copied. That means we have no copycats. That means we will have no copycats. And that means no competition. No one in the world has what ASEA has. No one. And no other products in the world can do what ASEA does. None of them. Redox works on everybody. Nothing in the body works as well or in fact at all without redox. Redox can't hurt anybody. Everybody needs redox. And so ASEA holds massive opportunities across all health science sectors because we are able to get to a depth and level of health and achievement in the human body like no other product can. So whether it be healthcare and wellness or sports science, athletic performance, or beauty, skincare, aging, longevity, these are multi-trillion-dollar industries. And again, ASEA is the only company in the world that the world can get a redox supplement from. ASEA is an entrepreneur's dream. Now, our mission here at ASEA, and what is first and foremost in our heads and in our hearts, is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We just want to help a lot of people. We can't do that on our own, and so we look for people to help spread the word. And ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn commissions, money, just by sharing redox with others. You receive a residual income, not only from the first purchases, but also from every single ongoing lifelong purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA. And you can recommend, you can refer, you can tell as many people as you like. And on top, you also receive a residual income from the lifelong ongoing purchases made by every single person they and others also refer. Just like when you recommend a good movie, TV series, restaurant, cafe, book, or whatever, people tell people who naturally tell other people who then tell even more people. It's called word of mouth. Word of mouth marketing is not just the most ancient, but still today, #1 most powerful and #1 most effective form of marketing in the world. And there's no limits, especially with how connected the world is in today's age. Word spreads worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries and opening new markets almost every single year. Based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million in the next 5 years. So for people who are looking for a part-time, or maybe just an extra because I need more time, or a full-time, or a big time, or perhaps a legacy leaving income for generations of loved ones, there are levels of commissions to meet whatever levels of ambitions. ASEA helps you create income that is both residual, paid repeatedly by every repeated purchase of ASEA products, and leveraged by coming together with others, working together, leveraging the efforts of each other, and you can build teams of people purchasing and referring more and more people again and again, nationally and internationally, leveraged income. So let's talk about why this is such a powerful and important income opportunity. Do you have any idea what happens to 100 people by the time they turn 65? These are Australian statistics. In Australia, 1% of people become wealthy. 3% become financially secure. 7% must still work to survive at 65. 74% are dependent on welfare. 74%. So what is the one main financial principles that the top 4% have obviously figured out that the other 81% haven't? It's how to make money that is no longer dependent on their paid by the hour job or activity, otherwise known as active income. And you want to get a handle of that soon, because sooner or later, and I pray it's not sooner than you expect, you won't be able to be as active, and therefore you won't be able to have as much active income. And if that's all you're relying on, you might be in trouble, like 81% of other people. This is one of the biggest problems that the 81% have. They get trapped in. And money is an excellent servant, but a terrible slave. And so find a way to make money while you sleep, or you'll be a slave for money until you're dead. Now, don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying the jobs are bad. They're not. But only relying on a single source of active income is not smart and dangerous to your financial security. Money makes survival easier. So for people who are switched on, smart, business-minded, for people who've been wanting to be in a right place at the right time, who are able to recognize a good thing, for people who decide to take control of their finances, this is a significant opportunity to be paid a significant residual income from the growth of this global expansion. But at the end of the day, there's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. That's what you get to do with ASEA. It's really who we become and what we do that is the biggest reward over and above any riches it will make us. Now, you can make really great money here, that's for sure. And you can even be rewarded on top with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world and have a really great time, meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences, and a great lifestyle. But really, at the end of the day, it's the effect we have on others that is one of the most valuable currencies there is. And also the effect those people have on us, and being able to get around people in ASEA and go on these trips, you will meet some of the best people on earth. All right, so why aren't you hearing about this from your doctor? And you know what? Maybe you are, because there are now hundreds of doctors all over the world now recommending Redox to their patients and seeing unprecedented results. But the truth is that after big pharmaceutical companies were shown tens of millions of dollars and 17 years worth of powerful research and clinical studies proving ASEA, those big drug companies did offer to pay huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to the ASEA Redox technology. However, they wanted ASEA to shut down, and they wanted ASEA to take everyone off Redox. But thankfully, our founders of ASEA, Vertus Norden and his son Tyler Norden, who we just had the great honor and privilege of spending time with, they had the great foresight to see grave concerns and consequences in this deal that big drug companies were offering, because Vertus and Tyler got to see people who went from severe health challenges that once left them and their doctors feeling hopeless, to then experiencing life-changing power from Redox. And when Vertus and Tyler saw this, they were filled with a great sense of purpose and responsibility to get this breakthrough for humanity out to the world. And so rather than selling out, Vertus and Tyler said no to the payout and yes to the people. You see, what had started as just a big business play had now become more. The ASEA founders turned down that huge sum of money from big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the health, the supplement route rather than the drug route, in order to expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available immediately to everyone without a prescription. One of ASEA's first and foremost guiding principles was demonstrated here in this decision. And it's still demonstrated in every single decision that they make, in every step that they take even today. And that is that they always put people and principles before ego and economics. Now, our ASEA founders and the corporate team, they come from exceptional experience. They come from all the way up to Fortune 50 backgrounds. They are exceptionally experienced in running very big, profitable, famous household name companies. But the corporate soul is also what makes them unique. To help people believe, belong, become more, to put people and principles before ego and economics, to have an impact, to make a difference, to better people's lives, to be a force for good in the world. At the end of the day, it's people that matter most. All of these principles are truly what makes them unique and first class, and also puts you in very, very good hands. So I invite you to get back with the person who shared this with you. Don't worry about what the time is in your neck of the woods. They'll be glad to hear from you. Let them know what you've seen here. Let them know what stood out to you the most. If you have any questions, ask them. They can point you to where you can find the answers very easily. There's plenty of university studies, but here's the most important part of all. There are hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing redox experiences. For you to see, you can see them. We can show them to you. And you'll be able to make up your own mind that ASEA is the real deal. Let me ask you something. Do you want to be happier and healthier? Do you want to live younger, longer? Do you want to help people be happier and healthier? Do you want a better life, income, lifestyle? Do you want to increase the prosperity of the planet? Do you want to make a difference in the world? Start by doing it with one person. And that person is you. And then if you'll recognize, as Tyler teaches, and as we all recognize, and I try diligently every day to recognize and recognize even more, that it's not about me. And so if you'll recognize that too, and you'll just pass this information on for many, many others, you can better the lives of many, many others. And then as a byproduct of that, your life will become better in many, many ways too. Become part of this redox reality and you can become more. So thank you very much for spending this time with me. May you always be happy. May you always be well. And thank you very much, Alissa, for giving us your kind care and valuable time.
Stevie, thank you so much. Thank you so much for just your humble heart. I love how you always promote putting other people first, and this is what Redox is about, you know. So thank you for living the soul of the ASEA company, and you are totally a true ambassador of Redox. So thank you so much for everything you've done and that amazing presentation. I told you guys that this was going to be a fantastic presentation. If you've never heard of Redox before, I'm sure and I hope that all of you learned something new today. Look, we've got 10 minutes left before the next show coming on. I'm not sure what else is on this channel, but we've got 10 minutes. If you want to open it up for some discussions, pop a question in the chat box. Stevie and I would love to help you answer any questions that you have. Share some stories, share how it's worked for you, whatever you'd like. Please feel free to pop a question in the chat box and we would love to help answer that for you.